Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee. Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight.
Hola.
And let's start to talk about whatever
From the west side.
want to.
Hey guys, I'm having some technical difficulties with this freaking StreamYards tonight. But all is well. Hey Portal. Thank you for coming through, bro. How is it going? Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Yeah, StreamYards is a little bit trippy right now. Just trying to come in to my Facebook and into my YouTube to make sure that it's showing. Okay. It's on my YouTube. Okay. So see, you guys could see this stuff, but I couldn't see shiznit. So let me see if I can get the let me see if I can get my intro to play. Let me see. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're gonna try that. We'll see what happens. Maybe I just need to be patient. Maybe I just need to be patient, John. I don't know. Because it's not coming up.
Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys.
Hey y'all, so I guess they have made some changes. Hey Tutu, Miss Pamela. I guess they made some changes in StreamYard. So before I could see my intro and everything, I can't see it now. I can't see it in StreamYard. I could see it on YouTube, but I can't see it in StreamYard. So they're doing something in the StreamYard thing. So I guess I will just let that go. But how are you guys doing tonight on this Monday evening? I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody's got them, I don't know, whatever you're using as your hydration tonight, be it agua, some good old H2O, some alkaline water, this pH balance. Could be a nice tea. It could be a glass of wine or some other libation. But hopefully everyone is healthy and safe this Monday evening, the last Monday of March. And it is I think it looks like it's a full moon out there. I don't know if tonight's the first night that it's out there, but the moon is looking beautifully clear and full outside, which might, attribute to all the madness that's going on around, because people act different during a full moon. But I enjoyed my weekend off, not doing any content. I was doing stuff behind the scenes, but I wasn't uploading anything. But I'm going to get back into uploading every day, even if it's my little 1 minute, because I need to keep myself in the algorithm. And I noticed that you really can't take off too many days on YouTube, or you will fall out of the freaking algorithm. And so we won't be having that. I'm usually not on more than 2 days off, but it's been a very interesting weekend. I actually listened to a lot of different live streams on a lot of different topics. Shouts out to all the other content creators. Shouts out to Vern's Junk Closet, who had a very good topic yesterday in this series that she, Brown Girl Bella, and DOD and myself are doing. You guys remember a couple of weeks ago, I did a Sunday live. I never come live on Sundays anymore, but I did a Sunday live, and it was like at 5:30 in the afternoon, West Coast time, so it's at a normal time. I need to do some normal time. I need to do some normal time lives, you guys, But even though it's late here in the United States, it's not in other parts of the world. It's tomorrow morning. On the other side of the world. So, but it's funny that a lot of people have done a lot of different live streams talking about the Derek Jackson situation. But I heard about something else that was interesting. So I'm going to talk about this other situation first. But it's kind of related because it's dealing with people who claim to be Christians once more. So shouts out to Melanated Monroe. Shouts out to the Plainest Jane, because they were, and shouts out to who was the other ones that I listened to this week. These are bigger content creators who had, various views on some of these situations that are going on out here. Shouts out to my girl Jovi Beauty. always. And, I already shouted out to Verns because she was also talking about a similar topic this weekend. So I believe it was on The Plainest Jane, and that there was a conversation with Kel Mitchell. And Kel Mitchell, if you guys don't remember Kenan and Kel on Nickelodeon. Okay, we've seen Kenan for years on Saturday Night Live, and now he has his own show. Well, Kel's had, gone on to be this born again Christian. Okay, and he's in ministry. He was like a youth minister. And apparently he's the pastor now. But we're going to talk about some other stuff in regards to him. We're going to talk about his ex-wife and what he did with his ex-wife as a quote-unquote Christian. Okay? And his kids as well. So now this is all alleged. And if you want to get the full information, please go to The Plainest Jane. She actually did a live interview with the ex-wife. I believe it was either today or it was yesterday. It was either today or yesterday. But The ex-wife is mainly on Instagram. She's not really on YouTube, and she's spilling receipts on Instagram. So it appears that Mr. Kel Mitchell sold the spousal residence from under his ex-wife doing their divorce proceedings. And she then had to spend a lot of money to basically sue and get the property back. And it would appear that this Christian man, let me just say, lied about his income a few years, saying he was only making, I don't know, $26,000. And he actually was making, I don't know, allegedly $600,000. So he owes the IRS a whole bunch of money. And of course, said tax lien got attached to said, marital residence. And she ended up having to pay this. Now, this man pretended for years that his ex-wife was keeping him from seeing his kids when they were going through, separation, because it took a minute for them to get divorced. And here's the thing. She won the residence from him. She won the complete residence. And all she had to do was refinance the property and pay him his part. But this person who he sold it to, who is cream colored, alleged that she stole the property from him and had her put in jail, even though she was the rightful owner of the property. And because she is not a, I guess, United States citizen, but I guess a resident alien, it complicated matters. All of this is behind something that her ex-husband did. But in the meantime, he was pretending that she never wanted him to see his kids. However, he only wanted to see his kids when his parents were in town. And then his mother wants to sue her for grandparent rights, believing her son, because, he's Christian. But from what she is saying, he allegedly was financially, emotionally, and physically abusive. And she said he hasn't seen his kids in years. Like, what the heck? But again, this is a celebrity who says they're Christian. And here's the thing. These people make those of us who are true believers, just look, they make people think that we all are like these fools. Because what's nothing Christian, what's nothing godly about any of this stuff that she's alleging if it really happened? Okay? Nothing. And, he seemed to be more, interested in keeping his celebrity going than dealing with his kids or anything like that. In addition to that, according to her, he allegedly appeared for none of the proceedings in regards to their marriage, property settlement, or anything. The only thing that this man showed up for was to finalize the divorce so that he could marry his current wife. But his previous wife has put $150,000 lien against his current home. She gonna get her money. She's gonna get her money, y'all. And he did not, I know a lot of people think he did not buy the house that they had before by himself. They both put equal amount of money into it. So he didn't buy it with all his money. So they were both, entitled. She won the property outright. She just had to buy him out. And here's the thing. She says they bought the house for like $300,000. The property is worth like $3 million now. Property values went up when all of this was going on. I don't know if his ex-wife is an actress. I don't think she is. I don't think that she is. But she says that the reason she's doing what she's doing is so that she can protect her kids, because if anything happens to her, she already knows that this Regin is not going to take care of his kids with his first wife. He's already clearly shown he don't give a damn about them. She said that he gave their daughter for her 16th birthday a salvage car that had a steering problem. And she ended up having a flip over car accident. And all this Regin did was rush to the scene to get his papers out of there, because he didn't want his ex-wife to know anything about the insurance or his financials. This is what this Regin did, y'all. Kel Mitchell, allegedly. Allegedly. Everything I'm saying is alleged, because I wasn't there. I'm not his ex-wife. I'm simply telling y'all about this because it is very related to the other situation that I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, this is what he did. And now that same daughter is in college studying medical engineering. I thought about that was as close as I ever got to medicine, you guys. Side note, when I was going to go to college, the closest that any of my dad's kids got to medicine was me, because I considered studying biomedical engineering. That was as close as I got to medicine. But that's what Kel's daughter from his first wife is studying. And the ex-wife is saying that this Regin is shaky about paying the girls' tuition. And never mind, the girl has 2 jobs and she's on the honor roll. But this is what he's doing to his child. This is what he's doing to his child, y'all. And it's just to get at the ex-wife. I don't get that kind of stuff. The ironic thing is that at one point she did not have sole custody of their children. She got sole custody of their children because he didn't seem to want to bother to see their kids. It seemed to be a problem. First he was supposed to see them, have them a couple of days a week. That was too much. Then it was every other weekend. That was too much. Then it was once a month. That was too much. Then it was every 3 months. That was too much. He didn't want to be in his kids' lives. Now, if that was just because he didn't want to be with his wife, doesn't matter. you know, those are still your children. Mr. Christian Mankell Mitchell. So, you know, here again, we have someone shouting from the rooftops about their Christianity. And I'm saying this because I've seen multiple, you know, interviews with him over the years. You know, and you always have to wonder, you know, if these people are sincere when, to your knowledge, you know, they weren't raised in the church, you know. This is, you know, or is this just some fad for them? You know, did you truly transform? You know, like the one I can say I really saw a transformation in, and I knew it was not a joke with them, was Deion Sanders. When he got born again, he was still the same person, but you could see that he had changed. He was humbled. He knew that everything that he had, that his talent, all of that came from the Most High. Okay. You know, and then he continued and tried to live a godly life from that point on. You know, but, you know, then you have these other situations where you just got to wonder, what, you know, why even say that you know, that you are a Christian, that you know, you love Jesus or any of that stuff, if that is not what your life is. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, you know, of course, we have the other situation going on, y'all, with Mr. Derek Jackson. And, you know, there's some people out here who are just thinking that this whole situation, you know, that it's all for him to sell more books. Not getting caught, but everything since then. You know what I mean? Everything since then. You know, the videos with his wife, you know, pushing her to the forefront. So the girl goes from, like, maybe, I think she had maybe 10,000 followers on Instagram to, the last time I checked, she was like at 85,000 followers on Instagram. You know, because everyone wants to see what this girl is saying. So now, here's my thing. You know, I really don't have any issues with the wife and how she presents herself, because, you know, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. Okay, whatever. You know, I do think that she has confused some things in the Word of God, but, you know, because nothing in the Word is against you wearing, you know, makeup, wearing your hair down, you know, presenting yourself not as if you're in sackcloth and ashes, because it looked like that's what was going on. This is just my personal opinion. And I do know that there are some of these churches, and I'm going to, you know, loosely call them churches, that have some extreme practices. And I believe that that's what they're involved in. I believe that she's genuine to it. I believe he's full of crap in regards to it. You know, hey, DOD, I watched all your videos today. I didn't leave a comment, you know, but I did watch the one about Queen Mayat. I missed her video today. I got to go look at the rerun of it. Yeah, shouts out to Queen Mayat. She does some content that may not be popular with everyone, but, you know, she has her own opinions. But again, similar to the Derek Jackson situation, we have Kel Mitchell, who allegedly, has acted in some really ways that are contrary to who he says he is. Oh yeah, I believe that place that they're going to is a cult as well. That's my opinion. See, here's the thing. If you're part of, there are like basic things that are part of Christianity, and then these other things that are just part of denominations and may be, a misinterpretation of the word, or somebody's made up interpretation of the word. The stuff that is going on in that ministry, and I told you guys about it, told y'all, please go take a look. I'm not looking at it again. It's demonic to me, my personal opinion. But I think that there's an agenda. I mean, I think everything that is going on in regards to them, because I haven't seen anything, at least I haven't seen nothing popping up from him on Facebook, which is, where he's usually pushing this stuff out. And, I don't subscribe to him either. But I don't think he's done anything on his YouTube either. I think he's just being quiet for a minute, which would probably be the best thing to do. Just be quiet. Don't put out no more video. Don't say nothing. Go sit in a corner. Because we've got multiple people out here who are spewing out different things. Like I said on Friday, in regards to the KS situation. These are men at two different ends of the spectrum. First of all, one's married, not doing it very well. The other one has been married, but he's not in his prime. And in my opinion, he's selling a bag of goods, just like Derek Jackson is selling a bag of goods. They're both selling a bag of goods. You know what? I don't know, because like the church's YouTube channel has comments cut off, so you can't even leave you can't leave comments on it. But I think it's been like that for a while, and I think that had nothing to do with this situation. They ain't said nothing, because all this does is in that profit, and I put that in quotation marks. In his eyes, this is bringing more notoriety to his ministry. Because if he can turn a serial cheater like Derek Jackson around, then he can help anyone. I'm sure that's what he's thinking. I don't know. But I'm sure that there's some other craziness going on that they're just not putting on YouTube. I mean, as far as we know, there's been like 4 or 5 women that have dropped out, and I believe there's probably more that Tasha has, but she's been quiet since Friday. So in regards to this, I have my hat is off to Tasha K, because she got this in regards to him. She blew this up to everyone, fed it off of from her. And the crazy thing is that I think she had this information for months. I think she's had it for months. And I think she just was waiting until she made sure she had all her legal I's dotted and T's crossed. No, that's my point. You know, this whole situation, their relationship is, in my opinion, a toxic relationship. She is enabling him. She enables him. That's why he stays with her, because she allows it, even though her mouth said something different. You know, because he's still cheating, and you're back. So are you going to leave again? I'm just saying. Are you going to start your divorce proceedings again? But I think that she's desperately holding on to this man. She's desperately holding on to this man. And he's holding on to her because it's cheaper to keep her. He's a sociopath. With narcissistic tendencies. The dude is a sociopath. The way he's acting. I told you guys about the sociopath I knew in college that was dating my roommate. Okay? And he too was a good looking dude. He had her flattered and all this stuff. You know, as far as I know, he wasn't cheating, but he was scamming. And he could lie with a straight face. Just like this man is doing. Lying with a straight face. And lying about, this is how he is acting, and the type of ministry that he is in is the reason why many people think that Christians are full of ish. They think that we're full of ish because of people like this. But let me just tell you, as someone who is born again, I'm saved but not that saved. I'm gonna tell you that, because if somebody mess with me, I don't know how I'm gonna react. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't know how I'm gonna react. But if I was in a relationship, it wouldn't even gotten to marriage with a serial cheater. And if I had then married someone and they were serial cheating on me, plus making me feel bad about who I was and that I was not good enough, man, I'd have been gone and stayed gone. I wouldn't have come back. I'd have filed for divorce and took half of his, what? And kept it moving. Because if you guys look at her Instagram, this girl has not always dressed the way she's dressing right now. Okay? Let me see what you're saying. See, here's the thing. Although his wife, tries to come off as being, she comes off, she comes off as being, really shy and doesn't like to be noticed. She just wants to kind of fade into the background or something like that. I don't think that that's who she is. I think that that is who she thinks she needs to be to keep him. But what she don't understand is that she holds all the freaking cards. She holds all the freaking cards. And she ain't exercising them. Because in my opinion, the fact that she holds all the freaking cards means that she could make this Regent act right even if he don't want to act right. But see, she's not exercising her power. She's not exercising her power. Her parents, I think, are, I don't know, I don't think they're, I remember vaguely him saying something about she had been in Colorado when she was gone. So maybe her parents are in Colorado. I don't know. Because remember, they met in college. So it's safe to assume she's, you know, they went to a HBCU, but that doesn't mean she's from this, you know, from the South. Because I think they went to Tuskegee. And she don't sound like she's from the South. I think she's from Colorado. Dude is, you know, he's a sociopath on top of that though. And you know, you can't fix a sociopath. He has to want to fix himself. He don't want to fix himself. He don't think there's anything wrong with him. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with him. No matter what he says in his videos about how he's not perfect and everything, you know, he's just trying to figure out how can he get past this. But you know, he's been bleeding subs on YouTube. Just he's not losing them fast enough for me. He still has over 700,000. Okay, but he was around 800,000 when this stuff started. And since the Tasha K first story and the subsequent stories and all the other stuff that's come, he's lost almost 75,000 subs on YouTube. But that's a drop in the bucket. That's a drop in the bucket. She acts like she's Amish. No, she acts like she. The only religious sect that I know that dresses and don't wear makeup, they go to church on Sunday, are Holiness, which is part of the Pentecostals. You know, they wear long dresses down to their daggone, you know, way below the knees. They don't wear makeup. They don't wear any jewelry unless except a wedding ring. This is just the female. Okay. You know, similar to what Seventh-day Adventists do. You know, because they're taking, I believe it's in, is it in Deuteronomy or is it in Leviticus? I think it might be in Leviticus. One of those books. They're taking, you know, where it's talking about, you know, jewelry, you know, and accessories, all of that. Yeah, you know, they a lot of them wear their hair natural, you know. They don't even braid it, you know, they'll just do something with it. Flat iron it, press it or something, you know. They looking for a book deal or a movie deal. That's exactly what they doing. And here's the thing, and this is what I believe, you know, looking at how she writes on YouTube. Not that I'm out there buying his books or anything, but it seems just based on how he talks and everything, someone else is writing for him. Wouldn't it be interesting if it's his wife who ghost wrote his books for him? He would put his thoughts down and she would just put them the way that they needed to be articulated for him. I'm just saying. But I know one of them is going to be, I bet you in a minute we're going to see a book from her. We're going to see a book from her. I don't think that she's going to do a YouTube channel. Only because I don't think that she really has the type of personality that would hold the audience unless she just did a channel and was uploading. Hey, what do I know? She has 85,000 followers on Instagram now, but I think most of it is just people being nosy because they want to see what she's gonna do. They want to be there when she has that break. But if she's smart, she won't be on social media when that happens. Let me see. I'm just looking to see what this girl has been saying on her Instagram. Let's see. I don't think she's been posting. I think everybody's been quiet. Because the last thing I saw from her was that crazy post that she posted. That video. Yep, that's the last thing she posted. And that was 6 days ago. She ain't posted since then. And she hasn't, I'm surprised she hasn't privated her page. I'm surprised she has not privated her page. Oh, so she's saying that she got tired or something like that. And, people are saying, well, maybe she's a tomboy. Okay, I'm a tomboy. Okay? But at some point, since I like men, I dressed to, at least a little more, even if I was in my t-shirt and jeans. I know it's hard, when you love someone and they make you question, when they cheat. When a man, when I'm not going to say when a man, when your partner cheats, be it the wife or the husband cheats, it makes the other person, in most cases, question themselves and question, whether they were good enough. And the crazy thing is that most of the time, the other person doesn't even look half as good as, the spouse. Sometimes they look better, but sometimes they don't. But it always makes you question, your attractiveness. Exactly. She's still young. That's what I'm saying. They're in there, I think early 30s. Early 30s. We talking about early 30s. Hey, dear Marilyn. How are you? You know what, Miss Marilyn? Let me see if I can. How are you, Miss Marilyn? She's young, and she gonna get a whole bunch of money if she does leave. I think my opinion would be, even if you don't want to end the marriage, I would get away from him and get a legal separation. A legal separation. And get yourself together, you know. But I would not continue in a relationship with this man if I were her, you know. And, in my opinion, you know, as a sociopath, and I don't have a psychology degree. This is strictly my opinion. Strictly my opinion. Math was my major. Okay. I took psych classes like everybody else did, because you had to. So I did. I took 2. But in my opinion, he doesn't truly know how to love. He knows how to control. That's what he thinks love is. If he, I'm just saying, that's his way of showing you he controls. But I don't think he truly loves. Now, he might love his kids. But no, he don't. He ain't in a I can't see that he has that eros love for his wife. He's not showing that, especially when he went back to that other woman after doing the video with her. And then had the audacity to do a reaction video in front of the other woman's house. I'm not gonna forget that. Oh, and the regiment hasn't taken it down. It's still up there. That's what tells me what kind of person he is. He took down the reaction one, but he didn't take down the other ones. He's got at least one video. I'm sorry, 2, 3. At least 3 videos recent, like in the last couple of weeks, sitting outside of that other lady's house. He's a weirdo. If you're trying to work on your marriage, why are you still effing someone else? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. He can't make it make sense. He can't. You know? Oh, you're welcome. You are beautiful. But I just lost my train of thought. I'm old. I lost my train of thought. Oh. But he thinks he's handling this whole situation right. I think the best thing for him to do is to stay off of social media. You just need to stay the hell off of social media for a little while. Hey, information man. Thank you, my brother, for coming through. If you guys, I'm doing good. If you guys are not hooked up with Information Man. I know just about everybody else in the chat is hooked up, but if you aren't, hook up with him. He gives out information. Lots of information. But I think that Derek Jackson just needs to probably take a vacation from social media. Don't put no more videos out, dude. Don't say nothing. Don't try to sell your freaking book. Matter of fact, if I were you, I'd probably take the book down off of the off my website, trying to sell it. If I were you, that's what I would do. Because it's tacky. All you're telling people to do is how to not be with someone like you. But how can, are you the modern day Steve Harvey? She gonna snap. I know it. She gonna go crazy. I just see that he does not think that she gonna snap. But if she's smart, she should be getting all the information she needs on this man. Don't be a mouse. And don't leave the house. Make him leave. Forget that. You know what I'm saying? Why are you leaving the house with the children? He needs to leave the house. If get himself together. And go get counseling. Go. He needs to go see a therapist. And he needs to go into some intense therapy. He don't have a sex addiction. He's a sociopath who is a serial cheater and doesn't really know how to love. The dude needs to go into some serious therapy to get himself together. Because he's going down a crazy path. And I'm just waiting for some kids to pop off. I'm just waiting for some kids to drop out of the sky. Rumor has it that he has some child out there with, someone who's not of our persuasion. Now that will be interesting if that falls out of the tree. If that one falls out of the tree, dude, if she stays with this man, when the babies start dropping, and they will, at least one, allegedly, we already know that we know he's emotionally abused this woman. And it is alleged that he may have physically abused her. Now, as someone who dealt with DV, I was gone. I filed for divorce. Now, I did not leave the house. He moved out. And when he tried to come back, I told him, don't. This is not the do drop in. We're not doing this. You did this in front of our son. I had to go to work with shades on and stay in my office. Thank God I had an office the entire day so that the whole office wouldn't see my black eye. So yeah. But you know what? That's just me. That's just me. I was out of there. Exactly. That would be the narcissistic tendencies. That he is a sociopath with narcissistic tendencies. Because sociopaths also like to be the center of attention. But see, the sociopathic part of him is what, is why he don't give a F about nothing he's doing. And he can say the words love out of his mouth all he wants. We know that that's not really how you feel, sir. You don't even know how to feel it. You just think you feel it. You're trying to convince us that that's how you feel. Hey, misunderstood. Good to see you, sis. Let's see what you guys are saying. He just wants the attention, but and the thing is that they don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent. But I must say, somebody told him to stay his ass off of the internet for a minute. I'm gonna say somebody told him to do that. That's what I'm gonna say. Somebody told him to do that, so he did. Otherwise, he would be here all the time, all the time. I mean, I'm sure he is dying not being out here, being able to shovel more ish down our throats. I don't need any more. I don't need to hear any more of your doo-doo. I wasn't listening to you in the first place. I just couldn't understand the young women who were listening to you. But he's nice eye candy, And if I was, 20 years younger, I'd have probably been looking at him just because he's eye candy. But I still wouldn't have been listening to nothing that he was saying. You feel me? Because let me see. 20 years ago, I was married. Oh, I was trying to get out of my marriage at that point. I was trying to get out of it because of the DV. So I certainly wouldn't have been listening to a Derek Jackson, a KS, or any of these people on the internet. And back then they would have been doing conferences and everything, because 20 years ago there was no YouTube. You know what I mean? So social media and the internet has allowed many people who are so totally unqualified to get on here and have their voices heard. And unfortunately, in some cases, as in the case of Derek Jackson, it's not that the information that he was giving was not good information. The problem is that he should not have been the one giving that information. Secondly, why are people watching some man on the internet who doesn't have any type of credentials? He's not a relationship therapist. I mean, what is his degree in? I don't think it's in psychology. He's simply giving his opinions. He's an expert of nothing except being a cheater. Now, he can tell you about that. And honestly, him being the cheater, he can't tell you how to avoid him, because he's He's been busted. So clearly he doesn't know how to do it very well. Okay. So he can't even tell you how to avoid somebody like him. But let me come on camera because I know I've been rambling on about this horrible man who's using Christianity, you know. All right, let's see. Stop it, son. All right, sorry guys. I'm trying to get it to come to let me on. Start the camera. I don't know. All right, there we go. Now y'all can see me. Hey everyone. Say hi. All right. Y'all know he has to be on camera. Yeah, y'all can see it still. Turn the light back on. As y'all can see, the picture's still not done because I didn't do any painting this weekend like I was supposed to. I was busy doing other stuff. But I will be doing some painting this week because I want to actually tape it. I have everything already set up over here. You just can't see it to the side. All I got to do is put it right here and film. So I probably will film tomorrow. But I'm getting ready to get out of here, you guys. I will see you guys live again on Wednesday. And I will be working on my painting time-lapse video in the meantime. I did work on this one, though. I just didn't work on the big one. All I did is went in there and, kind of fix that so that it's a little bit brighter and you didn't see the red going through it. And then I went down here and I started working on the white around the tusk, on the tusk. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I should be on time on Wednesday because there is no The Voice. Y'all, I'm sorry. On Monday nights, The Voice is on. And it's 2 hours because they're in the battle rounds or something like that. Anyway, you guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys. Peace and blessings from the West Side. Peace. See you guys.